120,000 unbelievers have died in the US in the past month, despite salvation being freely and readily available. With me to discuss this topic is our ecclesial correspondent, Tom. How you doing, Tom?
Fine, thank you.
Now, this is a huge problem. How are churches working to help people get saved?
Well, they've tried a lot of incentives like free t-shirts and coffee mugs, but these just haven't had the effect the churches have been hoping for.
That's tough, especially considering the fact that denying Christ on a daily basis increases the chances that those around you will do the same. Would you recommend non-believers to quarantine to prevent their unbelief from spreading?
Well, Tom, I think we'd prefer them to turn to Christ.
Well, sure. But what would you say to people who are afraid of the long-term effects of becoming a Christ follower? For example, persecution, spiritual warfare...
Statistics show that becoming a Christian is completely safe.
Not getting out of sex with a girlfriend.
Well, I think we can both agree that these side effects are a lot better than hell.
How would you respond to people who say that they're not going to die?
Sorry, what?
A recent poll says that 30% of Americans believe that they're never going to die. And in fact, 100% of the Earth's population that's currently alive right now has never died. So how would you respond to that?
Well, but they could die.
How so?
I don't know, I mean, they could get hit by a bus?
Interesting. And what would you say to those who say that hell is a hoax created by the Chinese government?
Well, there is a lot of misinformation out there.
Right. How do we sort through it all?
I would say look to the experts. Jesus Christ, the leading expert in salvific theology, says that eternal punishment is real.
And to those who say that the church keeps switching back and forth about this whole salvation issue?
You know, the church has actually been kind of saying the same thing for the past 2,000 years. You know, follow Jesus and... oh, goodness.
Tom? I think we lost him. Coming up next, should the government implement religious passports to prevent heresies from spreading around the country? Tune in to find out.